So you want to find happiness in your present state, yet you're an ambitious person. You're never satisfied. So how do you reconcile these two seemingly conflicted elements and find contentment? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I am Dr. Karthik Ramanan, and on this channel, I help ambitious individuals end self-criticism with tools and strategies to create optimal everyday mental health. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button. Let's get started. You know, when I was doing the research for this video, I found that, did you know that in America, every month, 50,000 people search the exact phrase, how to be happy. Not any variations of it, just that exact phrase, how to be happy. So throw in all the other ones, and you're probably talking tons of people looking to find ways of being happy. And I know that a good number of them, right? A good number of them are, again, growth-oriented individuals. And if you're listening to me, you're probably one of those people because, you know, that's who we are. And it's shocking because you would think that as we grow, as we achieve, that we should find happiness. Well, it doesn't always happen like that. Have you had the experience of working really hard at something and achieving it, right? Just to get to that point that after you've achieved it, you feel, now what? Or what's next, right? And that's a terrible feeling. That is truly a terrible feeling. And I remember that distinctly when I first started working in the finance industry in New York. I started at the company, and I was 21 years old when I started. And my first goal was to say, okay, my direct managers, you know, what's their title? That would be a good place to aspire to be. What do I have to learn? What do I have to do? What do I have to contribute? And for several years, you know, I worked at minimum 60 hours a week, but really, you know, more than that, 70, 80, sometimes 18-hour days, you know, literally waking up very early in the morning, being at work all day, could barely go to the bathroom because we're so busy, and then go to bed at night and go straight to bed, get up, do the same thing the next day. It was so bad once that I actually had a dream of waking up and in vivid detail, brushing my teeth, driving through all the New Jersey traffic, getting to the office, doing the full day at my desk, all that stuff, coming home, and then I woke up and it was Saturday morning. I felt like I'd been... Anyway, I digress. I worked really hard, and I wanted that vice president title, right? And I remember, at least in the department at the time, the rules were, I think you had to be at the firm for a minimum 5.5 years, and really nobody, or very few people, got it in that time frame. And my managers and I made a case that I could really get it at 3-4 years, and it was turned down. But eventually I did get it. And once I got it, that achievement that I wanted for 5 years, working so hard, and my first thought was, okay, now what do I have to do to get to managing director? Didn't even stop to enjoy the moment. And how often does that happen to us? Why does that happen to us? See, on one hand, we want to grow and just be the best that we can be the best at who we are, because we see the people who are the best in the world at what they do, right? When you're talking about, let's say, Tom Brady in football, right, or Steve Jobs, and you look at the obsession that they have with always improving, never settling. I find that to be a quality that I aspire to be like, right? Well, how can you be that way, but at the same time find happiness? And here's how. Because if you are out to be an achiever, right, to make up for some deficiency in your childhood, maybe you could never make your father proud, right? And that's why you work so hard. And a lot of people are driven by those kind of factors that were so deeply ingrained in their unconscious as children that it became their superpower to work so hard to become incredible at what they do, right? The problem is you're associating your work and your effort with your sense of significance. Human beings need to have a sense of significance and purpose in their life, will find a way to create significance, the meaning that we as a human being have a reason to exist in this world, right? And our work and achievement fulfills that sense of significance. The problem is, once we achieve it, then where does the significant? We need something else. And that's not a good situation to be in. But what if instead we fell in love with the process? What if instead we fell in love with the process of becoming great at whatever it is we do? Now, that allows us to fulfill another human need, which is the need to grow. If doing the work fulfills the lost my train of thought here. Again, we're live. If fulfilling the process, if working through the process allows us to feel like we are growing, right? Now, that's a different human need that's being satisfied. We always need to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's not just human nature. That is nature. We have to grow to survive. Businesses have to grow to survive, right? We're the same way. Now, if our work and improving fulfills our need to grow, that's healthy. Instead, what about the happy side? What about the contentment side? Well, once you unlock that aspect of growth, right, you can allow yourself to be happy and content right now, to take in what you've achieved, to have gratitude for the person that you've become, the people that have allowed you to be here. We can be happy right now and completely whole in and of ourselves, with all of our human needs met and fulfilled. That's a beautiful thing, right? While still being hungry to grow further. We can have it all. I'm telling you, we can have it all. This is the way to be happy while never settling for less, always being hungry, and continually growing. I'm Dr. Karthik Ramanan. I believe in your greatness. I will see you in the next video. Take care.